What's up, Pirate Nation, and welcome to Hoist the Colors. I'm Josh Graham, and on today's edition of the show, we'll tell you about what went down at Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium last weekend and get you ready for the Pirates' next game against UAB. Let's go to Saturday's highlights. After ECU fell to South Carolina in the opening weekend of the season, the Pirates returned home to face the number 11th ranked Virginia Tech Hokies of the ACC. The Boneyard was rocking, and the 49,000 plus in the stands were treated to what turned out to be a very exciting game. The Pirates used that energy to their advantage and got the early jump on Virginia Tech, and just as they did against South Carolina the week before, ECU took the early lead when Michael Dobson scored on the ground from 2 yards out to put the Pirates up 7-0 in the first quarter. On the ensuing Virginia Tech drive, the Hokies were driving into the red zone and looking for an equalizer, but the Pirates' defense stepped up and forced the Hokies to what seemed to be a chip shot field goal. Cody Durnell lined it up from 30 yards out, and he misses it wide right. So the Hokies come up empty on a 6-minute drive, and the Pirates in the second quarter up a touchdown. After an ECU punt, the Hokies began to drive deep into Pirate territory yet again when Virginia Tech quarterback Logan Thomas lobbed a pass for Jarrett Boykin, but look at Damon McAzoo, able to get the feet in and reel in the biscuit with one hand. What a great play by the sophomore safety of the Pirates, and yet again, the Hokies are unable to put up points on the board in the red zone. It looked like the Pirates were going to extend their lead on their next drive following the pick, but after a 12-yard loss and a sack, Michael Barber tried a 53-yard field goal that comes up just short. The Hokies did manage to get on the board before halftime as they tack on a late field goal, and the Pirates led 7-3 at recess. On to the second half. The Hokies got the ball first and took no time in taking their first lead of the game. They did so in the form of Josh Oglesby, who was just able to get into the corner of the end zone to put the Hokies up 10-7 in the opening minutes of the second half. Later on in the third quarter, the Pirates were threatening when Dominic Davis found Michael Dobson, who couldn't hold on to the ball. Dobson looked like he was destined for 6 on the play and his second score of the game, but instead the Pirates settled for a Michael Barber field goal to tie the game at 10s going into the game's final quarter. When the no-quarter flag went up, Virginia Tech went on the move. After holding on to the ball for nearly 7 minutes of game time, the Hokies give the ball to Josh Oglesby again, who barrels his way into the end zone for his second touchdown scamper of the game. Virginia Tech wins it 17-10 in a close one that had many ups and downs. The loss puts the visitors' record at 2-0, while the Pirates will fall to 0-2 on the season. Virginia Tech running back David Wilson rushed for 138 yards and 26 carries for the Hokies, while their quarterback went 8 for 20 passing for 91 yards, but also ran for 66. ECU's Dominic Davis went 20 for 37 for 127 yards. After putting up 37 points against a proven SEC defense in the South Carolina Gamecocks, the Pirates were only able to muster up 10 points and 112 yards of offense. After recounting sacks, ECU finished with negative 15 yards on the ground. That is clearly something the Pirates will have to improve upon going into their bye week and in preparation of UAB in 2 weeks. That being said, there were still a lot of good things to take out of this loss, most notably the play of the defense. In the opener, the defense gave up 56 points and was embarrassed going into Saturday's matchup. In the face of adversity, the defense only gave up 17 points and forced 2 turnovers. After 2 games, the Pirates' defense had 5 takeaways, and it's clear that the new 3-4 formation is an upgrade from the previous scheme that had the Pirates ranked last in the country on defense. After the Pirates' bye week, the UAB Blazers will pay Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium a visit on September 24th. The Blazers opened their season at the Swamp in Florida, and the Gators won easily 39-0. The Blazers went 4-8 in 2010, including a home loss to the Pirates 54-42. Despite the mediocre record, they are still a very experienced squad, especially on the offensive side of the ball, as they are led by senior quarterback Brian Ellis. With the time off and the talent on their roster, ECU will have a good opportunity to win their first game at home, but that is definitely no guarantee. If overlooked, UAB could pull off the upset. For my fantastic crew at Campus 31, I'm Josh Graham, and you just watched Hoist the Colors.